low-cost alternative to prostate biopsy. Are you considering having a prostate biopsy? If you are, you should know that prostate biopsy is invasive and will likely damage you. There is a low-cost alternative that is safe. Let me explain. A prostate biopsy is at best 85% reliable. That means a negative result might simply mean they missed the target. You've had the expense and the pain. Yes, biopsy can be very painful, and you still can't be sure that you do not have prostate cancer. And if they find your prostate cancer, that is even worse, because the process known as needle tracking can cause the prostate cancer to spread through the prostate. What might be a relatively benign prostate cancer, which you could live with for many years without danger, can now become a widespread, aggressive and life-threatening prostate cancer. The surgeon doesn't care because as far as he is concerned, the next step is to cut out your prostate. But a prostatectomy is bad news for you. The latest study shows that men who are treated for prostate cancer more often than not still suffer side effects from treatment up to a decade later. According to the National Cancer Institute, about half of all US men diagnosed with prostate cancer in 2009 fell into the low-risk category, meaning their cancer was unlikely to progress. If you are really in the low-risk category, why would you want to suffer such damage? It doesn't make sense. There is a procedure called APCRA that is non-invasive and completely safe. Great option if you can afford it. Unfortunately, my advanced prostate cancer risk assessment is quite expensive, but there is a low-cost alternative that works for most men. If you wish to know more about APCRA and my free prostate cancer supplement, please visit my site bensprostatecancer.com. But if, like most men, you cannot afford APCRA, which isn't covered by medical insurance, what can you do? In the US, just over 28,000 men will die of prostate cancer this year. But close to 242,000 new cases will be diagnosed, many of which will be early cancers. It is obvious from those statistics most men with prostate cancer do not die of it. The problem is first knowing whether you have prostate cancer, and second, whether your prostate cancer is life-threatening or not. And that is what you can figure out by taking my Total Health for the Prostate supplement. You see, the overwhelming majority of prostate biopsies prove negative, and since prostate cancer develops very slowly, and in most cases is not life-threatening, you probably have time to try something else first. My Total Health for the Prostate supplement has a track record of reducing PSA levels in men who take it and keep my regimen. It also helps to reduce or even eliminate urinary symptoms such as urgency, slow to start, slow to finish, pain, and getting up at night. Just about the only case where it may not reduce PSA is when you have prostate cancer, so it will effectively act as a test. Follow my regimen and take my supplement, and if after 6 months you have another PSA test, you will probably find that your PSA has come down, and that means you will have avoided a painful procedure which would have been unnecessary. If your PSA continues to rise despite following my regimen, then you know you might have a real problem, although not necessarily. But it is then time for you to consider other options. If you buy 3 bottles of my Total Health for the Prostate 3-month supply, you will receive a free complimentary 100-page guide all about the prostate, which normally costs $49. My guide will explain everything, including what you have to do to get your prostate back to good health. You can read more about that at the link below.